Afternoon baseball now on a Southern California Sunday at Angel Stadium of Anaheim. Today we wrap up. Andrew Heaney, a left-hander out of Oklahoma, will be on the mound. EK, what do you got?
Well, guys, not a big strikeout pitcher here on the mound, so expect to see a lot of balls put in play, defense being very involved. Should be fun to watch.
A moment now to give you a look at the Mariners' starting lineup. Steve, what's the key for them to continue this winning streak?
Well, Matt, this team has elite speed, so all you have to do is keep the ball on the ground, focus on hitting line drives, and play small ball.
Hit hard up the middle. And into center field as he's aboard with a one-out single.
Well, you talk about being locked in at the plate right now. That is 10 straight games with a base hit now, and it's going to be a lot of fun to see how long he can keep this thing going.
He's set. Here it comes. A pitch out. The throw. And he can't hold on to the throw as it short hops him and eats him up.
Just your classic single and a stolen base. Now with one out in the first, another base hit here could put that first run on the board.
Sent on the ground out to second. Gloved by Giovitella. On to first here as Lind is set down now 2 away. And with a quick breather here, let's give you a look at the way the Angels match up defensively. It's brought to us by Majestic. Any thoughts, Eric?
Well, Matty, a guy to watch, Mike Trout. You know, we always get enamored with his offensive capabilities, but defensively, he's just as enjoyable to watch. We see him make those highlight reel plays, going over the wall. We'll see if he does something here in this one.
Oh, and this just jumps off the bat here as this is to deep straightaway right field, and you can pretty much forget about this one. That is a long home run. A 2-run home run off the bat of Kyle Seager. Number 13 for him on the year. And the Mariners move out in front 2-0. And this gets on down. It's extra bases for Gutierrez. And he'll make it in there with a 2-out double.
Well, that base hit is going to get his hit streak to 6 games now, so he's swinging it.
Robinson Cano will stand in for the first time now, and he'll do so as the 4th leading hitter in the American League.
And he has a top 5 slugging percentage as well, so there's a lot of extra base hits to go along with that stellar average.
Hit in the air to right center field. This ball is carrying well. Back it goes, and it is out of here. A 2-run shot here for Robinson Cano, number 249 career, as the Mariners have opened up a 4-0 lead. Standing in now, Sean O'Malley hit hard to short. Throw in time, and they stop the bleeding as this side is retired. So 4 runs in the inning, and they come on the strength of the 2 big flies. We'll move on to the bottom half of inning number 1. Raisel Iglesias gets the ball in Game 3 of the series. What do you have for us on him, EK?
Well, guys, something to watch for. He's thrown extremely well this year on the road, so I expect a good ball game out of him.
Cano is there for it. He's got it 1 away.
Batting second, right
Cole Calhoun will stand in. He comes off an 0 for 4 in last night's ball game.
Well, it seems like it's going from bad to worse. He had a bad day yesterday, and he's hitting under 200 in his last 10.
Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2. EK, you look at the M's entering play here this afternoon. All you can really say is they've been on one heck of a run.
And they've got themselves a pretty good-sized lead in the division coming into play. Certainly not out of reach yet, but they've got to be pretty comfortable with where they're sitting at this point in the year.
On to first, and there were 2 down. Mike Trout will take his first swings here, and as you can see, not a lot going right for him offensively here in this first month of the year. Took a little off, and it's in for a called strike 1. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2.
And you know what? These days, so many guys are throwing in the high 90s.
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. So they go quietly here in this half inning. second inning upcoming from the... Chris Iannetta strides forward with a hot bat in his hands. Great numbers over the past few games.
Chris Iannetta.
Hit sharply on the ground to the left. And a base hit, so the leadoff man is on to begin the inning. Ketel Marte will get his first opportunity here, and he enters play third in the American League batting race.
And that is huge for him, too. This is a contract year for him, so he'd love to take those great numbers straight to the negotiating table.
Back goes Trout. He tracks it down. A nice running play, and there's one away. Nori Aoki will try it once more. He lined out to start the ball game. From the stretch. Hard liner toward short. But this is pulled in by the shortstop. Into the box now, Leonis Martin. He reached on a single in his first try.
And I think we mentioned it already, but that extended his hitting streak. Swinging a hot bat right now.
Hard liner to center field. Trout is there, and they breeze through this half inning as the side is retired. Mariners are down on 4 pitches. Albert Pujols will stand in here, and like so many others, hitless in the shutout last night.
Well, guys, he's really been scuffling lately, hitting under 250 over his last 10 games. So he's going to be looking to turn this thing around sometime soon.
Now a swing and a miss by Pujols, and he's in a quick 0-2 hole. Albert Pujols grew up in the Dominican as an only child, and the story goes that he used to practice with a milk carton for a glove and use limes for baseballs.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty remarkable some of the things guys did growing up just so they could play the game. It's a whole different world than what the kids grow up with here in the United States.
Out in front of that one, but he stays alive and will do it again on 0-2. Getting back to Albert and his childhood, the family left the Dominican when he was a teenager, settling first in New York, then in Missouri, where he blossomed as a player.
Yeah, after high school, he played 1 year at Maple Woods Community College, where he played shortstop, hit over 400, and collected 22 homers.
Sends that one out of play for strike one. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Tap fouled at home plate. A little late on the fastball, but he's able to spoil that one off, and he'll get another chance. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And the slider gets him swinging. 2 gone. Giovanni Soto will dig in, and this season certainly hasn't been all that kind to him as he enters play with the average down in the 230s. Swing and a miss, but he's right on here. 1 strike. And this is swung on and missed by Soto as he falls behind now, down 0-2.
This is the trouble when you're facing a guy like this.
Threw it right past him, a swing and a miss at the gas, and that ends the inning. Adam Lind is into the box as we are all set to begin the third.
Well, guys, they jumped out to that big lead early on in this game, but you really can't get comfortable. You have to keep putting pressure on.
Swing, line, drive. That's going to be trouble. Around first is Lind on his way to second now. And he will make it into second with a 2-base hit here to begin the third. Kyle Seager will stand in now with the runner at second following the leadoff double.
Yep, more hot water here to start the inning, and it's right back into that stretch again. And this is starting to become a theme for him.
And that's through into center field, base hit. And they'll put the brakes on at third. Runners at the corners with nobody out.
Boy, I'll tell you, these are the scary ones for a pitcher. This is going to give you a pretty good angle right here because this ball is hit so hard, and it's just about right at him. I mean, there's no time to do anything out there. And he's pretty lucky that one didn't get him because he would have taken his head off.
Well, this is hauled in by the second baseman. Into the box, Robinson Cano, and he'll be looking to add on to his 2 RBIs from earlier. And now we see a right-hander up and throwing in the Angel bullpen. This one's hit deep out to left center field. Berry going back on it, and to score is the runner from third. Around third and being waved on home. And he will score as well, as they've broken this one wide open now as the lead swells to 6.
You want to put a big smile on the face of your starting pitcher? Give him a 6-run lead early on and see what you get. He's got to be loving this right now, and I got a feeling they're not done scoring runs for him yet.
Drilled on the ground to short. Navarro takes it in, and a throw to Pujols is in time for the second out. The tag at third, and they got him. A double play, and very quickly here the side is retired. So 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and no one left on base. Quentin Berry will stand in now to lead things off, and he'll do so against a guy who's definitely in a groove out there.
Yeah, he struck out the side his last time through, and they've got to do something to get this guy out of the role that he's been on.
1 away.
Yep, another good job right there to get that first out. And you can pretty much bet he's probably thinking to himself, anytime my boys get me 6 runs of support, I think we're going to be okay. This is a pretty tough hole to climb out of now.
Johnny Giavotella stands in as he swings and misses for strike 1. That's taken. Now it's 0-2. Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Hit to short. Marte scoops it up in time to first, and there are 2 away.
Batting 9th, the shortstop,
Ray Navarro will stand in now with 2 away, trying to avoid another 1-2-3 inning.
Yeah, this has been total domination these past few innings. They haven't been able to mount any kind of threat whatsoever.
First pitch is a changeup for a called strike. Chopped foul over towards the dugout. Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. Seager is over near the railing as he makes. Jared Weaver is going to come on and make an appearance here, though I suspect even he couldn't have predicted he'd be taking over in just the 4th inning. Now in the box, Chris Iannetta. He singled his last time up.
The catcher, number 33, Chris Iannetta.
Into the seats, 0-1. Hot shot on the ground is short. Navarro comes up with it. Throw to first in time. 1 gone here in the 4th.
Well, I think you got away with one right there. I mean, this is a fastball right down the middle. And he just smokes this ball, too. But unfortunately, he hits it right at someone. So it becomes a fairly easy out.
Weaver looks in. Here comes the first pitch. Shot toward right center. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. Nori Aoki will stand in, hoping he can find a little green out there for once. He's lined out twice thus far.
Well, sitting up here, it looks like there's a lot of wide open spaces, but he's been hitting them right at people all game long.
In the air to right center and carrying well. Way back there now, and gone. Home run. So it's a 2-run shot to right center. 8th home run on the season for him, as they've widened this lead to 8 now. That's through for a base hit, his 2nd of the ball game. So a ground ball single up the center of the diamond makes it 2 hits for him on the afternoon. And you can see the M's leaderboard in that category right there, as he currently finds himself 3rd best on the squad.
Well, he hasn't exactly been tearing the league apart, but he's making enough noise with the bat to be respected. Clearly, he's a large piece of this offense. And at this point, I don't think you could expect anything less than a two-hit ball game from this guy. I mean, he's been as hot as anybody lately, and he comes through again here.
Kyle Seager strides into the box now. Launched one over the wall back in the opening frame. In the air toward deep right field. Back goes Calhoun, but he won't get there. It falls in. And he'll make it back to third safely and be content just to advance the 90 feet. A block at the plate, and he's out trying to score. It's a double play, and Yunel Escobar will stand in to begin their half of the fourth, with his guys still looking for their first hit of the ballgame.
Yeah, still looking for their first base runner, too. 9 up, 9 down.
Hit to third. There is Seager. Throw on to first, and one third baseman grounds out to the other, one away.
The right fielder, number 56.
Cole Calhoun stands in. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out. Hit to first. Lind has it, and he'll take this to the bag himself, and there are 2 away now.
The center fielder.
2 gone now for the Angels in the fourth, and standing in, the ever-dangerous Mike Trout. Chop foul right at home plate. It's strike 1. Don't know what he's waiting for there. It's 0-2.
Boy, he might be pressing his luck a little now. That's 2 straight pitches right down the middle.
And wow, tough to lay off the fastball there, but it's 1-2. Still 1-2 as he fouls it away. The 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over. Franklin Gutierrez heads for the box to start off the fifth in this one.
The right fielder, number 21. Franklin Gutierrez.
Some stirring now in that Angel bullpen, as it'll be both a lefty and a righty that start to get loose. But this is yanked down out there at shortstop for the first out.
Now batting, second baseman.
The second baseman, Robinson Cano, strides into the box now. Launched one over the wall back in the opening frame. And Weaver's ready. Here's the first pitch. Ripped on the ground to first. Fielded cleanly by Pujols. And he'll take this to the bag himself, and there are 2 away now.
The batter, the designated hitter,
Sean O'Malley will stride forward now. He's bounced out a couple of times already here in the ball game. Into the windup and the pitch. Fly ball heading for the alley. Trout ranging back, but he won't get there as it lands just shy of the wall. And he will stroll in there standing with a 2-out double.
Well, I think they've seen enough of this guy for the weekend. He's absolutely eaten them alive, and he's at it again as he drives this one for 2 bases.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Tried to check his swing there as this is hit to the left side. But a foul ball here, 0-1. Here's a drive out to left center field. Around third and being waved on home. The runner from second crosses the plate, make it 9-0. Ketel Marte will come forward now. He has flied out and singled so far. And there's a fastball to begin the at-bat as Weaver gets ahead. That look says it all in the third base dugout.
That's not the look of a guy who's going to be sleeping well tonight, is it?
High and deep to left center field. Trout racing back. Out of here. She was a wall scraper, but it counts just the same. A home run.
Now batting, left fielder.
So a 2-run shot to left center. 8th home run on the season for him as they just continue to pour it on here. Ready with the 0-1 pitch. Stung into the gap in right center for what should be extra bases. Digging for second is Aoki. And they're going to hold him to a single here as they do a nice job of getting it back in quickly. Poor base running there. Got him caught in a hot box between first and second. Leonis Martin digs in, coming off a single in his last at-bat.
And they take another single right here, too, no doubt. Runner in scoring position, so any
hot shot to first base and a great play to end the inning. So 3 runs on 4 hits, no errors in a. Albert Pujols will stand in to start things out here in the home half of the 5th. And you get the sense, Steve, that this crowd's been pretty well taken out of the ballgame to this point.
Yeah, they pretty much had to sit on their hands all afternoon. Not a lot to get excited about so far. And I think that's a credit to that man out there on the mound. He's cut right through this lineup for the first 4 innings.
Grounded down the third base line. And a rather easy first out.
The batter,
C.J. Cron is into the box. He was a strikeout victim in his first try.
Yep, they sent him packing last time, so maybe they have a pretty good idea of how to attack him again right here.
Marte backs up and takes care of it. 2 away.
now batting.
Still a little early to start talking about these things. There you go, right there. A big goose egg in that hit column, worth keeping in mind as we get later into the afternoon. Giovanni Soto will stand in for a second time here as he swings and misses there. It's 0-1.
0-1 again, and he's at 100% on first pitch strikes now in the middle innings of this one. No wonder he's pitched so well.
Frozen for strike 3, and that retires the side. Angels are gone in order. They trail in this one. Al Albuquerque will come on now to try and sort this mess out, as he'll likely be asked to go at least a few innings here. Adam Lind will get things going here in the Mariners' 6th as he'll step in to lead off the inning.
Well, you know, he's been on base twice in this one already, so let's see if he can do it again.
This is line to left. And a dive in left, but he can't get it. It'll get by him toward the wall. And no stopping Lind. He's headed for third. And he is in there. Kyle Seager will stand in here, but before he does, let's take you back to the very first inning. This was a 2-run home run right out of the gate that really got these guys off to a fast start. And a late squeeze attempt, and it looks like it's going to work. So they get the out at first, but the run will score on the suicide squeeze. Franklin Gutierrez gets another crack right here. He's got a hit in 3 tries to this point. Becomes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Hit high and deep out to left center field. Trout looks up, and this one is gone. A home run. A solo home run for Franklin Gutierrez. Number 14 on the season as the blowout continues. Lined hard toward right center. That's in for a base hit. He's now 3 for 4. Not in time, and he's in there with a double. And they've got the runner trapped in a hot box between second and third now. And they'll just tag him here for the out.
Now batting,
Sean O'Malley steps in here. He'll look to keep it going after hitting a double and scoring a run last time up.
Boy, he had a great at-bat last time up, and he'll look for another pitch he can drive right here.
Line toward right center. And that's in for his second hit of the afternoon. Chris Iannetta ready for another at-bat now. He's 2 for 3 so far.
Yeah, and you can bet he'd love to get himself that third hit. Those are the kind of games that puts a little extra pep in your step. Drilled
right back up the middle. And the inning will continue as that's through for a 2-out hit. Ketel Marte will stand in again as we flash you back to the middle innings here. This was a big blow, a 2-run home run that really got his guys going. Hit hard to short, reined in. On to Giavotella for the force, and that'll end the inning. So it's 2 runs on 5 hits, no errors, and a couple of men left. Quentin Berry will lead things off for the Angels here as they look to get it going in their half of the 6th. First pitch of the at-bat. And he just keeps rolling along as he starts another batter out with strike 1. For that man right there, you need look back only to his last start to see a performance like the one he's shown here so far.
and well on his way to another great outing. And that's what you get when you mix your speeds and throw a lot of strikes.
Johnny Giavotella comes on with one gone here as he looks at a called strike one.
And I wish more guys would pitch like this. I mean, look at that pitch count right there. That is really low for this stage of the game, and it's because he's throwing strikes and challenging guys.
Fastball, strike three called as he couldn't pull the trigger, and there are two away.
Boy, his guys got him the lead back in the very first inning, and he hasn't looked back since. He's had everything go his way so far, and this inning's turning out to be no exception.
Ray Navarro stands in as he can't connect here. 0-1. The 0-1 on its way. That's taken. Now it's 0-2. Angel still looking for hit number 1 in the ballgame. And he struck him out. So it might be time to begin the countdown as he's now gone through 6 innings without allowing a base hit. Angels go down 1-2-3. Back here at Angel Stadium of Anaheim. This one pretty much all over, but the shouting as we check our game summary to see how we've gotten to where we are. Joe Smith will come on now in a mop-up role as he'll just try and keep this deficit from growing any larger. So he'll add 1 to his total as that falls in. He's got 3 hits in this one. Not in time, and he's in there with a double. Well, he thought about going for third, and now that runner's in no man's land out there. And they'll get the out here as he's run down between second and third. Leonis Martin digs in now after lining out in his last try.
And Matt, you know what? It's always a little frustrating when you square one up, you hit a solid live drive somewhere, and all you get to show for it is a nice little jog right back to the dugout. That can get in your head a little bit after a while.
Oh, 0-1 count and the pitch. There's a drive out toward the alley in right center. He'll take the turn and head for second. And he's not stopping. He wants 3. And they've got him hung up out there between second and third. And he is into third base with a triple. His 3rd hit this afternoon. So standing in, Adam Lind, and all eyes are on him as he needs a home run to complete the cycle.
And he knows it too, guys. Let's see if he can send a jolt through one right here.
And that's into the outfield for a 1-out hit. And the run is in to score from third.
And this offensive explosion continues. They're now up to 14 runs in the game. You can't even count that high. And I think defensively, you got to be saying right now, what do we got to do to get these guys out?
Swinging a ball hit in the air to right field, and deep back is the right fielder, but he will look up and watch this one sail out of here. A 2-run blast to straightaway right field, his 2nd of the game, as this lead got even wider. Oh, and a hearty cut there to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1. Seems like they're showing a lot of faith in this guy, leaving him out there.
And I think you appreciate that as a pitcher, but sometimes when you don't have it, you don't have it. Looks like this is going to be one of those times.
On to first, and a good stretch over there is going to get him by a step for the 2nd out. Robinson Cano strides into the box now. Launched one over the wall back in the opening frame. Here's the first pitch to him. And he tries to hold back on the swing, but I think it would have been ruled a strike anyway. It's 0-1. Smoked on the ground up the middle. And that's through for a hit. Striding into the box, Sean O'Malley, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here. Throw over to first, and the runner back safely. And again a throw and a dive, but he's back. And yet another throw over. And he is tagged out here. Boy, a bad mistake. Yunel Escobar will stand in, and he, like so many others, hitless in the ballgame so far.
Well, we've been talking about it a lot, but this offense is just getting shut down right now. And we've seen some really fantastic pitching in this one.
To first, fielded cleanly by Lind. And he'll take this to the bag. 3 unassisted for the first out.
The right fielder, number 56.
Cole Calhoun will stand in again. A couple of groundouts for him on the ledger in his 2 trips so far. That's yanked into the stands. Strike 1. The windup and the 0-1. Fastball called for strike 2.
Yeah, ground ball out to start the 7th. Now an 0-2 count. He's looking sharp as ever.
Now a swing and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground. Lind there to take this one, and there are 2 gone now.
You know, there's a lot of pressure on the defense to make a play in a game like this. Everything's magnified at this point, so that's a really good job to stay with this ball and make the play.
Mike Trout ready to take another shot. Went down on strikes his last time up. Outside target here, and he hits it for strike 1.
Look at where we are in this game. Late innings, and this pitcher has thrown a first pitch strike to every hitter he's faced. You wonder why he's getting good results.
The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Chopped foul at the plate, and he stays alive, still 0-2. And he struck him out to retire the side, so he's through 7 complete, still working on a masterpiece. Fernando Salas will come on now in a mop-up role as he'll just try and keep this deficit from growing any larger. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Sean O'Malley. Already 2 for 2. He'll look to add on right here. In the air to center field, and deep back is the center fielder. Back he goes, but this is going to be a home run. So it's a solo shot to dead center as they just continue to pour it on here.
How's this for a welcome to the ball game? 1 pitch and see you later. I've got a feeling that's not what the manager had in mind.
And the throw to first will be in time, so they stamp out the bunt attempt. Ketel Marte is into the box now. He hit one over the wall back in the 5th. Pulled high in the air out to right field. On the move is Calhoun. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away.
Now batting, left fielder, Nori Aoki.
Nori Aoki gets another shot, and if you remember, he hit a round tripper back in the 4th. Shot back up the middle, and that's another base hit for him. He's on a tear in this one. Settling in now, Leonis Martin. He'll try to build on an already great game. He's 3 for 5 so far in this one. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. He pulls this one into right. Calhoun is under it, and he makes the catch. Albert Pujols will stand in to start out their half of the 8th with that starter still out there, and he's definitely been a tough nut to crack.
No, he's been dominant all game long, and I think part of it is that he got himself a nice lead early on, and that's allowed him to not really worry about making a mistake. He's been free and easy the whole way through.
And he struck him out for the first out of the inning, but perhaps more importantly, he's 5 outs away now. C.J. Cron will stand in now. He's struck out and flied out, 0 for 2 thus far. Fouled off into the seats behind first. And he falls behind 0-2. Trying to strike him out for the second time. Grounded up the first baseline. Backhanded. And he'll take this to the bag himself, and there are 2 away now. Giovanni Soto will stand in now with 2 away, needing to really get something started here.
And their chances of getting back into this ball game are growing dimmer by the batter.
First pitch hack in here, and that's the first strike. Right by him here, and he's set up for another strikeout here. The count to 0-2.
And with some of these guys, it's like they're in an 0-2.
Got him! So that's 8 perfect innings, and the fans can feel it now as the side is retired. Mike Morin will come on now in a mop-up role as he'll just try and keep this deficit from growing any larger. Adam Lind steps in with 4 hits already in this one and looking for number 5 here.
Well, he's just stroking it, Matt. I was watching him earlier in batting practice, and he looked good, but I didn't know it was going to be this good.
Boy, and they have not been able to get him out. This is now a 5-hit ball game for him here, and those don't come along every day. Pulled toward right center field. Trout is there, and he has it for the first out. The relay. Thought about going for second, but instead now they've got him in a pickle. And they'll run him down and tag him out between first and second. A double play.
The right fielder, number 21.
Franklin Gutierrez comes forward as he'll try to replicate what he did back in the 6th, that being a home run, of course. Line drive to left. Berry is there, and he'll make the catch to retire. Quentin Berry will stand in now to begin their half of the 9th in a game that was decided long ago.
Yep, this is mop-up time out there right now. But, hey, these at-bats still count against your batting average, so you can't go up there and just mail it in. You've got to see this through right to the end of the game.
Oh, had him chopping at that one. It's 0-1. Chased out of the zone there, and he's down 2 strikes.
Oh, you like the way this guy is just going about his business here. He's got a big lead, but he's pitching like it's a tie game here in the 9th.
Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And he couldn't get him to chase the 0-2 fastball. It's 1-2. Got him. So the magic number for a perfect game is now down to 2. Johnny Giavotella will try it again. He's grounded out and struck out in 2 trips.
Yep, not showing too much so far, but he's got a chance to make something happen right here. See if he can put those other ABs behind him.
Runs outside, so it goes to 2-0 now. Maybe the pressure of the no-hitter getting to him a bit.
Yeah, 2-0 now. He's got to be careful it doesn't all go up in smoke right here.
1 out, nobody on. Swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. Hit on the ground down the first baseline. But this is going to be a foul ball as that keeps things at 2-2. 2-2 count. Here it comes. Good swing on a tough pitch, and he'll stick around to see another one. Chopped foul wide of first. Ball 3. 3-2 now.
Just like the guy he faced before this, another long at-bat here. He's had to make 13 pitches just to these last 2 hitters.
And now this will be the 10th pitch of the at-bat. Strike 3. So now he's 1 out away from perfection.
Oh, and this crowd is really going to be up and into it now. 1 out to go. Man, this is awesome.
First delivery to him on the way. Ray Navarro is in now as he watches a pitch for ball 1. ground ball right side. Cano fields it cleanly. Throw in time. He's done it. A perfect game.
But that is absolutely dominant. I mean, what else could you say? 27 up, 27 down. And you know what? This is the first time I've ever witnessed a perfect game. So it's one of the hardest things for a pitcher in the world to do, probably the hardest. But we were fortunate enough to see it here, guys. A perfect game.
One more look at the final line score there to see the great pitching performance that led his guys to the victory. Well, you don't have to look too far to find our top player of the game. I'd say anytime you throw a perfect game, you'd be a pretty strong candidate.
Yeah, really a dominating performance out there. Look at all the strikeouts. I mean, they just couldn't touch him.
So that'll just about do it for us this afternoon. Thanks to Eric Karros, Steve Lyons, and the rest of our crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. To find out more, head on over to theshownation.com. The Mariners win it 17-0. So long from Anaheim.
Time of the ball game, 4 hours and 29 minutes. Thank you for joining us here this afternoon.
It's Monday morning and welcome to Inside the Show. Starting in the AL West, Raisel Iglesias etched his name in the record books, tossing a perfect game as the Mariners pushed past the Angels 17-0. With the victory, it brought their win streak to 13. Looking at the standings, the Angels are in 4th place in the AL West. The Mariners are leading the AL West. The Toronto Blue Jays sent 3 balls into the seats as they grabbed the win against the visiting Athletics 7-5. As of today, the Blue Jays sit in 1st place in the American League Eastern Division. The A's sit in 2nd place in the American League West. The Texas Rangers amassed 14 hits in the game as they beat the White Sox on the south side 9-7. Right now, the White Sox sit in last place in the American League Central Division. The Rangers sit in last place in the American League West Division. The Houston Astros got 11 overall hits as they beat the visiting Red Sox 7-0. Heading into today, the Astros are in 2nd place in the AL West. The Red Sox are in last place in the AL East.